Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's with my best friends. Turned on my L's and
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Ye's Corner, and in today's video I'm going to be doing natural hair talk number 7, and this video is going to be on how to prevent hair breakage and split ends on our natural hair. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, turn on my post notifications so you are aware when I post a new video, and let's just get straight into this. As usual, I got the iPad handy, okay? So we're going to be talking about some different ways to prevent breakage in our natural hair and also to prevent split ends, because one of the main things for naturals, we'd like to retain our hair length. You know, it can take a long time for kinkier hair textures to grow sometimes, and a lot of times with natural hair, our hair gets dry and we do experience breakage, and sometimes we experience split ends, and we don't want to set back on our natural hair journey if you are trying to grow your hair out long. So this will basically be some tips on how to avoid breakage and split ends so you are retaining length and you can see your growth a little bit faster. So basically what causes split ends is the longer the hair, the older the ends are, and therefore they're more prone to split ends. The daily grind, washing, combing, styling, and chemical treatments can cause the hair cuticle, which is the outside protective sheath of the hair shaft, to wear off. Once the cuticle is damaged, the inner layer of the hair is exposed and becomes weakened, dehydrated, and damaged, making the hair prone to split ends. So one of the main ways to avoid split ends is by getting regular trims. I know usually they tell us, like, okay, if your ends are dry, if you see them splitting, you can easily look at the ends of your hair and say, okay, I see that it's starting to split, they're looking raggedy at the ends. That's basically an alert that you need to get your hair trimmed. So getting regular trimming helps to prevent split ends, and also if you do have split ends, get them trimmed, because split ends do travel further up the hair shaft, and that is definitely something you do want to avoid. Also, another thing is drying your hair gently. You don't want to be too rough on the ends of your hair as well. That can also mess up your ends as well. So, and also using a lot of heat appliances can dry out the ends of your hair, which can make your split ends way worse. So I'm going to get into some things about breakage and what we can do to prevent breakage in our hair. One of the things I personally like to do a lot is protein treatments. They help to strengthen the ends of my hair and my hair overall, so that I can see less breakage in my hair. Like, I need to actually strengthen it so that it has less breakage. And then also when I do that, I also like to moisturize my hair afterwards. So protein followed up with moisture really helps just to retain moisture in your hair so that it's not breaking off. You don't want your hair to be too dry to the point that it's breaking. So one of the things definitely is a lack of moisture. You do want to make sure that the ends of your hair is moisturized so that they're not breaking off. Dry ends equals breakage, and you do not want that. So make sure you are moisturizing your hair. Sometimes I like to use just like a basic conditioner. Like for my braid outs, I used to just use like a conditioner to apply in my hair and braid it up, and that was helping to give my hair moisture. Or the Alakae Natural Shea Yogurt Moisturizer is also a really good product to put on the ends of your hair to moisturize. And if you guys haven't already looked into these two methods, there are the LOC method, which is liquid oil cream, and there's also the LCO method, which is liquid cream oil, that helps you to be able to seal in moisture for your ends of hair. The next thing that can cause breakage is too much heat styling. So if you're constantly blow drying your hair, you're constantly straightening your hair, curling your hair, all those things is applying heat onto your hair, which is drying your hair out even more, which is making you more prone to breakage. So you do want to reduce the amount of heat that you are applying on your hair so that you can retain length and not cause all that breakage. Another bad thing to do is blow drying your hair dripping wet. Our hair is more fragile in this state, and it is more prone to breaking off since it is so fragile. So it's like this wet, fragile hair making contact with this hot air that we're applying directly onto it, so it's making it more prone to breakage. So you don't want to do that. You do at least want to dry it a little bit first and then use a blow dryer. Another thing that also can cause breakage in our hair is chemical exposures. A lot of people complain that they'll go get their hair colored, they dye it or whatever, and then next thing you know, their hair is starting to break off. When you do get your hair color treated, you want to make sure that you do follow up and buy hair products that is going to help you to keep up with your color treated hair. So you want to buy shampoos and conditioners and deep conditioners that is targeted towards people with color treated hair to be able to keep it healthy, keep it moisturized, and keep it strong so that it is not breaking off. A lot of people sometimes color their hair and they just do whatever they want to their hair, and their hair ends up breaking off and getting shorter, and you actually really need to take care of your hair when it's color treated. So definitely start doing that. Another thing is sleeping on a cotton pillowcase. If you go to bed at night and you don't wear a scarf or a satin scarf, I know some people don't go to sleep with their hair covered, but you're just laying directly on like a pillow that doesn't have satin, that is so bad for your hair because it will dry out your hair, which is going to lead to breakage. You want to at least get you a satin pillowcase and sleep on that at night. The satin is more gentle against your hair and it's not going to break it off. As with like a cotton pillowcase, the cotton is rough and all that friction of your hair and the pillowcase is going to cause breakage, and that's something you do not want. So either you're going to buy a satin pillowcase or you're going to buy a satin scarf to sleep on at night. You cannot just avoid that or you will see breakage. I remember when I would go to sleep like that, that wasn't good, and I remember I had bought me a satin pillowcase and I started noticing a difference in my hair. Like I would actually tie my hair down at night with a satin scarf and sleep on a satin pillowcase, and I definitely noticed that my hair was even retaining moisture even longer and I was having less breakage. But now currently I only sleep with a satin scarf on at night and I can sleep on my cotton pillowcases. But if you want to double it up, go ahead and do both. Another thing you want to avoid is towel drying. A lot of people are usually shocked when they hear this, and over the years I've seen a lot of people finally learn that don't dry your hair with a towel. A towel is basically causing your hair to dry out, and it's very, very rough on your hair, and it can cause snapping and breakage on your natural hair, and it makes your hair frizzier, and so it's going to be harder to style anyway. Like a towel is really not to be used on our natural hair. It's so bad. So usually I'll use a cotton t-shirt, like something really soft. I want this t-shirt quality to be like really, really soft, not like a rough cotton, but like a very like soft cotton. Or I use a microfiber towel. That's the highly recommended one anyway. Microfiber towel is very, very good. It's going to be more softer and more gentle than a normal towel, and it won't dry out your hair, it won't make your hair frizzy, and it won't cause breakage. And then another thing is like overwashing your hair. Sometimes if you're shampooing it too much with like sulfate shampoos, if you're doing that, you should definitely cut back on it, because sulfate is a detergent that's found in shampoos, and that can also cause breakage because shampoo is stripping your hair and it's drying it out and it's causing breakage basically. And then skipping like regular haircuts as well. Like if you have nasty, dry, damaged ends that you actually need to get off of your hair, it's just going to cause more breakage. Like that, you have a bunch of unhealthy ends, there's split ends, whatever's going on, single strand knots, chemical, whatever you have going on that you know your hair is damaged, you need to get it cut off, because it's just going to lead to more and more breakage, and then you're going to wonder why your hair is not growing. Another thing is forgetting to deep condition. I had talked about this in my commonly made mistakes that naturals make. That's another natural hair talk video. I talked about this. A lot of people sometimes forget that you actually need to deep condition your hair. Deep conditioning is helping to replenish your hair. It's going to add moisture back into your hair, elasticity. It's going to strengthen your hair. And all these things are very, very important for you to be able to avoid breakage in your natural hair. So making sure that you deep condition regularly is very, very important. And then also the last thing they said is an unbalanced diet. So you want to make sure that your diet is good as well. It all starts from within, so you want to make sure you're drinking plenty of water, eating your fruits and vegetables, getting your protein, stuff like that, so that you are able to flourish on the outside as well. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful for you guys and you were able to pinpoint some certain things that you noticed that you're doing that you could change, so that you can see less breakage in your natural hair, and so that can start flourishing and that you can retain length and yeah, have longer, beautiful, natural hair. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, turn on my post notifications so you are aware of when I post, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye guys.
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?